Are you aware of this miracle in American history? We've often heard people say, well, if America's founders wanted America to be a Christian nation, why didn't they just put it into their Constitution? Well, guess what? They did, in the state constitutions. The U.S. Constitution went into effect June 21st, 1788, when 2/3 of the states ratified it. Question: what was in the state constitutions regarding religion at the time the state constitutions ratified the U.S. Constitution? Well, Delaware, the first state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, stated in its 1776 state constitution, every person appointed to any office shall subscribe, I profess faith in God the Father, in Jesus Christ, his only Son, in the Holy Ghost, one God blessed forevermore, and I do acknowledge the Holy Scriptures of the Old and New Testament to be given by divine inspiration. Pennsylvania, the second state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, stated in its 1776 state constitution, signed by Ben Franklin, each member, before he takes his seat, shall subscribe, I do believe in one God, the creator and governor of the universe, the rewarder of the good, the punisher of the wicked, and I do acknowledge the scriptures of the Old and New Testament to be given by divine inspiration. New Jersey, the third state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, stated in its 1776 state constitution, all persons professing a belief in the faith of any Protestant sect who shall demean themselves peacefully under the government shall be capable of being elected. Georgia, the fourth state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, stated in its 1777 state constitution, representatives shall be chosen out of the residents of each county, and they shall be of the Protestant religion. Connecticut, the fifth state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, retained its original 1662 colonial charter, which was established Protestant Congregational till 1818. And it said, by the providence of God, having from their ancestors derived a free and excellent constitution, whereby the legislature depends on the free and annual election, the free fruition of such liberties and privileges as humanity, civility, and Christianity call for. Massachusetts, the sixth state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, stated in its 1780 state constitution written by John Adams, any person, before he executed the duties of his office, shall subscribe, I declare that I believe the Christian religion and have a firm persuasion of its truth. The legislature shall authorize the support and maintenance of public Protestant teachers of piety, religion, and morality. Maryland, the seventh state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, stated in its 1776 state constitution, no other test ought to be required on admission to any office than such oath of support and fidelity to the state and a declaration of belief in the Christian religion. South Carolina, the eighth state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, stated in its 1778 state constitution, no person shall be eligible to a seat unless he be of the Protestant religion. The Christian Protestant religion shall be deemed the established religion of this state. New Hampshire, the ninth state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, stated in its 1784 state constitution, no person shall be capable of being elected who is not of the Protestant religion. Virginia, 10th state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, stated in its 1776 state constitution, Bill of Rights, written by James Madison and George Mason, it is the mutual duty of all to practice Christian forbearance, love, and charity towards each other. New York, the 11th state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, stated in its 1777 state constitution, the United American States declare laws of nature and of nature's God. All men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, appealing to the supreme judge of the world, a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence. People of this state ordain the free exercise and enjoyment of religious profession and worship without discrimination, provided that the liberty of conscience hereby granted shall not be so construed as to excuse acts of licentiousness, sexual immorality. North Carolina, the 12th state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, stated in its 1776 state constitution, no person who shall deny the being of God or the truth of the Protestant religion or the divine authority of either the Old or New Testaments, or who shall hold religious principles incompatible with the freedom and the safety of the state, shall be capable of holding any office. Rhode Island, the 13th state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, retained its 1663 colonial constitution till 1843, and it stated, by the blessing of God, a full liberty in conscience and religious concernments rightly grounded upon gospel principles will give the best and greatest security in the true Christian faith and worship of God. They may defend themselves in their just rights and liberties against all enemies of the Christian faith. America has a unique history, and it's important for us to remember these miracles in American history.